Hi, this is Dr. Naki again with a small snippet from Straightforward Financial Growth for You. Today, I'm going to talk about rich people learn and grow. Poor people think they already know. Where do you belong? Do you belong in the learners and the growers, or do you belong in the people who think that you already what? Know. Now, financial education is different from mainstream education, from academic education. If all we needed to do is to go to school and we would have enough knowledge about money or making money, that would be great. But in our curriculum, in our syllabuses, and generally even in our home lives, we are not taught a lot about making money. We are taught a lot about go to school, work hard, pass your degree, and somehow you're supposed to be able to make money. But you have no clue. So it is really, really, really important to educate yourself with financial education. And people who have made it far have usually done something in the area of financial education. Whatever situation you're in now, in terms of your financial situation, is exactly or equal and opposite to the amount of education that you have, financial knowledge that you have. So the financial knowledge, the money that you have is equal to the knowledge that you have. So if the money that you have is not making you happy, it means you need more knowledge. Put in time, put in money, invest. It's funny that you have to put money behind money to make money. But that's the rule, that if you're going to make any money, you're going to have to put money behind it. So it's like a capital investment into your financial future. So invest in your financial future and you'll go somewhere. I'm going to tell you a small story about myself. A few years ago, it was in 2017. I don't know if 2017 is a few years, but anyway, in 2017, we were in a Transform conference, and I felt that God was telling me, you're going to grow in your leadership ability. I said, okay, God, that's fine. I'm willing and able, but I don't know how I'm going to grow in my leadership abilities. And maybe 3 weeks after that, there was an announcement made that Worship Harvest was starting, Harvest Institute, the School of Leadership. So once I heard it was School of Leadership, I knew that that's what God was telling me. So we go to class. We were quite a few students. Many of the pastors were in the class. It was the first class, pioneer class. And I went with a lot of excitement. I said, okay, God, you prepared this thing for me. Let me find out. Now, shock on me. I think it was the first class, we read a book by John Maxwell. And the book was called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And I think it was the first chapter, was talked about the law of the lead. And this is what the law of the lead says. It says, your leadership ability is the lead, the chisanikira, the cover that determines your level of effectiveness. So when you look at your effectiveness and you look at your leadership, you know that the level of effectiveness that you have is the level of leadership that you have. And at that time, I was in an environment, I'd been thrown in a camp organization in which I was working, and it was a bit intense. It was a lot of work. It was an environment I was not familiar with at all, and I was finding it hard. And then I realized, I reached my lead. And if I've got to do anything in this environment, I have to grow in knowledge. I have to grow in knowledge. And ever since then, it was 2017, I studied in 2017, I studied in 2018, I studied in 2019, I studied in 2020, I studied in 2021. For 5 years, it was almost like I was doing a medical degree again. I'm a medical doctor. I studied every year something different. And I have recognized that I'm in a different place today from where I was then. My financial knowledge was also part of the things that I studied. And I studied straightforward financial growth with Apostle Mose when he had just written the book. And I think I was one of maybe the second mastermind class. I took it with him. And it also taught me that, you know what, you may think you know, but you know nothing about finances. So my advice to you is do something. Do something. Educate yourself on financial matters to be able to grow your finances if where you are today is not where you want to be. It is a knowledge what? It's a knowledge gap. The Bible says, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, that you shall be no priest to me, seeing that you have forgotten the law of God. I will also forget your children. So God is saying, we are destroyed because of a lack of what? Knowledge. Your finances are where they are because of a lack of knowledge. If you desire to get better, invest in yourself. Bye-bye.